after our stations take a break. We'll be right back. Yeah.
Learning, Cal Poly University's comes this lowest form of wit, a pun. Are you all ready? A night to remember, spelled K-N-I-G-H-T. And as with all Cal Poly floats, you have to watch very closely to catch all the funny details of this amazing animation. There we are. Our night to remember isn't too eager to take on that dragon blocking the way to the castle where there's a damsel in distress, even though he looks about as full of fight as Ferdinand the Bull. Look, there's the alligator. Meanwhile, see, at the back of the castle, another knight tries to scale the walls right there. Will he fall? Well, those alligators down below sure hope so. They haven't had breakfast yet. The only ones enjoying themselves are the court jester, who are safely inside the castle, and the animals gathered around to watch the fun.
Controlled system operated by an observer riding in the main unit. By the way, Steve Altmeyer and Andy Patisse, the driver and co-driver who coped with that fire last year, are back this morning. I'll tell you, once you're in a Rose Parade, you never want to quit. And as the Tournament of Roses parade continues, Nabisco joins with us in wishing you a very happy New Year.
Joining us, thank you for presenting a very unique float.
Coming along here now are the Valley Westernettes riding in the Tournament of the Roses Parade for the first time.
Volunteered to do something against his will. Cal Poly Universities of Pomona and San Luis Obispo present A Night to Remember. Now at the front, the three larger knights prod and bully their smaller volunteer to clear the path from the playful dragon that blocks their way to the castle where the fair maiden resides. Witnessing this heroic event is not only the jester hiding behind the security of the drawbridge, but many woodland critters too. Meanwhile, on the back of the castle, another knight tries to get inside by scaling the wall. There's the fair maiden, and there's the knight trying to scale the wall. Some alligators in the swamp have other ideas about his ploy, by the way. There's some of the wooded creatures too.
Yeah, and one of the Rose Tournament officials in the white suit has other ideas about the Cal Poly students who are running back and forth across the street.
Well, Cal Poly, there you can see their sign. They're there along the parade route each year, and they root their float on, win or lose.
Somebody will get sprayed pretty fast now, won't they?
Well, it's happened before. Will it happen this year?
They always spray their crowd with some hidden little jet stream.
This float, by the way, is built by two campuses, Cal Poly Pomona, Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. And then at a certain time of the year, they bring the float together, the front of the float, the back of the float, connect it up, all the hydraulics, all the animation, and they always do a marvelous job. Cal Poly Universities, we salute you, we thank you. You've done a marvelous job again, bringing us a night to remember.
Hey, here it is. Those great kids from Cal Poly Universities present A Night to Remember, a very clever variation on the volunteer theme. A volunteered person, a knight. Cal Poly has won the animation award for the last 8 years, working from their campuses in Pomona and San Luis Obispo, the only float in the parade that is totally a student effort.
And it's kind of fun to take a look at this float because you see knights trying to get to the castle, but there is a dragon blocking their way. So in keeping with the theme of today, a salute to the volunteer, they do a little twist of it because they volunteer one of their fellow knights who's probably somewhat reluctant as he takes a look at this dragon who is going to breathe some smoke. The dragon looks very content. He's flapping his wings, swishing his tail, and obviously enjoying the whole scene as he just sort of comfortably rests on his front leg there.
At the back of the float, another hapless knight is trying to sneak into the castle from the rear. He's encountered the rear guard alligator. Also, the animated waterfall you saw there adds a note of realism to it. The students of Cal Poly are utilizing their custom-designed computer system, which will regulate the timing and flow of power for the animation. This float also is using TV cameras to help guide it and its animation. There's one camera in the castle tower looking toward the front of the float. There's another one in the Black Knight's helmet, which shows the float drivers how well the animation is working.
And it really is working well today. In the past, Cal Poly has won a number of awards for their animation. This is their 36th consecutive year in the parade. They do all of the work on the two campuses that are 240 miles apart. One is in San Luis Obispo and one in Pomona. And they put together the front half of the float on one campus and the back half at the other campus and put them together at Thanksgiving to complete the float. There are 25,000 volunteer hours that go into putting this float together. And
Conocen a la Universidad Cal Poly y San Luis Obispo, dos de las instituciones tecnológicas del sur de California. Y esta es la carroza que ellos presentan, un caballero inolvidable. Las universidades tecnológicas en el estado de California han creado una fantasía mística y romántica para saludar a otro tipo de voluntario. Y en esta escena medio humorística, un dragón muy simpático ha decidido tomar una siesta en el camino al castillo, interrumpiendo el viaje del caballero a visitar a su dama. Y pues el caballero recibe un poco de apoyo de sus amigos para retar al dragón. Y empleando flores de jardín de la Universidad de Cal Poly, la carroza está decorada con una variedad de crisantemos, fibras de palma y semillas. Y los integrantes de Cal Poly emplean un sistema sofisticado de computadoras para controlar la animación, además de unidades hidráulicas. El sistema de computadoras fue desarrollado por los mismos estudiantes. En el pasado pues hemos visto muchos sistemas hidráulicos programados, pero nunca controlados por una computadora.
Muy linda esta presentación de las universidades Cal Poly y San Luis Obispo. Un caballero inolvidable. Cuánto detalle en estas carrozas, cuántas horas de trabajo y realmente unos diseños y una construcción que ha tomado semanas, porque para este desfile se comienza a trabajar desde hace muchos meses.
Winner of the Princess shows a somewhat reluctant knight being pushed by his cowardly friends into challenging what looks to me like a rather unfrightening dragon there. Time and